Well, it would be a huge test for boys hockey here as we kick off another new episode of Raiders Sports Block. The Raiders at 10-5-1 would be fighting for the Herget top spot. They would face off against the Framingham Flyers in a tough Bay State Conference battle as the Flyers lead the Carey division at 12-1-4. Andrew Johnston would be tested in net throughout this game, but here in this opening period, Johnston was lights out. Watch this incredible save here as Ben Stefanini hits the post with a shot, but the puck is an inch from the line and Johnston, sprawling, somehow makes the glove save. No goal. What an outstanding effort there by Andrew Johnston to save a score. You can just feel the energy on the ice in this game as even Carter Huff on this breakaway goes airborne over goalie Owen Parker, crashing into the net, doing all he can to score, but Parker somehow holds on for the save and we remain scoreless. That changes though with just under a minute left in the first, when Framingham in their own offensive end win the faceoff and Austin Belafuili spins around and nets the wrister stick side, and that's a hit right there for Wellesley as momentum goes to the Flyers heading into the second period. With just about 4 minutes left to this second, Wellesley is not happy when this 2-on-1 opportunity gets wasted on a very close call of offsides. That's a call Wellesley can't help but question. To make matters worse on what is clearly an offsides by Flyers, Scott Sweens gets no call, and Sweens ends up getting the goal instead, as Flyers score yet again on another late goal here in a period. Frustrating for Raiders for sure, as in minutes what could have been a tied game is instead a 2-goal advantage here for Framingham after 2 periods have been played. After Flyers quickly score their third goal to start up this third and final period, the Raiders get a much-needed power play and immediately jump on it. Ethan Murphy's shot from the slot gets blocked back out, but Owen O'Connor interrupts the clear out and rips it past Owen Parker and into the back of the net. Key score here as Owen O'Connor's unassisted goal makes it a game here, and the Raiders are now down by 2, 3-1, with plenty of time left in this final period. But 2 more Framingham scores, one by Jamie Brigham and another by Austin Belafuili, who would lead the Flyers with a hat trick, would just be too much for the Raiders to come back from. And though the final score would end up being 5-1 Framingham, the scoreboard may not say it, but Andrew Johnston played outstanding between the pipes, and despite allowing 5 goals, just made nasty saves throughout these 3 periods. This loss is a frustrating one to take as the Raiders not only see their Herget Division battle for first get even tougher, but also see Flyers celebrate on their own home ice like it's the championship. Perfect motivation for these Raiders as they would face their rivals Natick on Saturday. Final score here, Framingham 5, Wellesley 1. Thursday would be the exciting annual basketball doubleheader versus the Natick Redhawks. Making it extra special would be the fact that it's senior night as well for the girls and boys basketball team. And as the girls tipped off first, it's clear the focus these last few seasons on this girls basketball team is the term we-fence. Whether it's offense or defense, it's a team effort. And it starts first with the leadership and unselfishness of these 4 senior captains: Emily Cronin, Emma Ivey, Katie Williamson, and Caroline Sullivan. All who've definitely done so much for this team these last 4 years. Facing their rivals Natick is always fun, so as Raiders edge Redhawks here in the first with a 9-6 advantage, we head into the second quarter. Justine Gaziano makes it an 11-10 Redhawks deficit, but a 6-0 Wellesley run sparked by Katie Williamson and Emily Cronin give Raiders the 17-10 lead. This defensive first half would close out with Raiders leading 19-12, but still not able to find enough separation away from Natick. And so the shots start falling more easily in this third quarter as Wellesley builds a 30-21 lead thanks to great passing. It starts first as Leo Sperling swings the ball out to Dorian Cohen, and Katie Williamson, wide open in the paint, banks it in for 2. Seconds later, Leo Sperling behind the perimeter dishes to Caroline Sullivan, and Emma Ivey, cutting to the basket, sees daylight and lays in the nice finish. But Justine Gaziano helps Redhawks stick around, sinking a shot from the charity stripe. And this key 3-point attempt by Emily Wickles is drained, and Natick is only down 30-24. We've got a timeout on the floor. But Raiders close out this third with even more momentum, with seconds remaining as Leo Sperling again finds a wide-open Emma Ivey. And Ivey steps back and with a defender in her face, calmly sinks home the key tray. 35-24 Raiders. And the fourth continues to be controlled by Wellesley, not only on defense, holding the Redhawks to only 5 points, but also offensively. Here off the inbounds pass, Caroline Sullivan sinks in the baseline J, then Dorian Cohen fakes it top of the key and drives in the lane, takes contact, and still banks it in. 39-24, Wellesley. And as the Raiders are quickly running away with this game, closer to another victory, Dorian Cohen makes it an 18-point lead here with this shot from downtown. And after Caroline Sullivan adds 4 more points with back-to-back shots in the paint, this is a Wellesley lead they won't be giving up anytime soon. Raiders make it count in the fourth quarter. Natick just could not keep up. And it would be another solid team effort, and Wellesley punches in another solid win for their outstanding 16-1 record, taking care of the first game of this doubleheader, beating Natick to the final score, 49-29. So now it's time for the boys as they look for the doubleheader sweep. Already losing to the Redhawks earlier in the season, it would be great for the Raiders here to not only stop their 7-game losing streak, but also end a somewhat frustrating season on a high note. The Raiders would be graduating 4 key seniors on this team who have definitely made an impact on this roster. Co-captains Tim Ray and Jake Moen providing leadership, Jeff Gilbert and Stuart Badisher sparking that energy and providing valuable minutes on the court throughout the season. So as we fast forward into the second quarter, Natick holds a 15-5 lead. But co-captain Jake Moen nails the tray, and it wakes up this Raiders offense. Ryan Murray then swings it out to Will Jackowitz, who drains it from downtown. Jackowitz, who's been on fire at the perimeter, helps the Raiders edge closer here, down 15-12. But after this fantastic fast break layup is somehow made by Natick's Peter Ryan for a 17-12 lead, it's all Wellesley to close out this second. As Dean Simpson, making his minutes count off the bench, cuts it to only 1, going with his floater in the paint as it rolls through. Then Jake Moen, taking charge with this inbounds pass, finds Max Guifrey open in the paint, and Wellesley takes the lead here for the first time, 18-17. And after being down 15-5, Wellesley turns it around here in this second, behind a 16-2 run, and take a 21-17 lead into halftime as Jake Moen puts the finishing touches to this first half, taking it to the hoop and won. In this third quarter, though, Natick would tie it up again as Khalifa Kone on the fast break would easily sink in this uncontested layup, and we're knotted up at 27-27. Then off this key steal, Matt Carey puts Redhawks up by 2 as Natick finally retakes the lead after owning the opening quarter. But every time Natick looks to pull away, whether it's back-to-back threes by Sho Kanugawa and another by tri-captain Matt Carey, somehow Raiders keep in stride. Max Guifrey is clutch in this fourth as Guifrey open in the paint, drains a shot off a no-look Jeff Gilbert pass. Jake Moen then dishes out another great assist here as Alex Barron swishes in the baseline J. It's 41-38 Natick. Jeff Gilbert, no hesitation in the paint, switches it up on the next fast break, and it's a great Gilbert no-look bounce pass to Alex Barron, 43-42 Natick in this back-and-forth Bay State Conference battle. And so with 2 minutes to go in this fourth, Max Guifrey ties it up at 46 even. And it's anyone's game here. In just seconds, Wellesley would have the lead off a Jake Moen layup in the paint. But just when Redhawks may start to think they might squeeze by with this win, Ryan Murray, open at the top of the key, sinks in the go-ahead 3. That shot is clutch. Wellesley up 51-49. As the final seconds tick away, Chuck Jacobson gets the perfect chance here for Natick to force this wild game into overtime. And driving to the basket, takes the shot, and it rolls out. Wellesley gets a well-deserved and long overdue win here as the seniors close out their final regular season home game as a Raider. It was a wild one tonight, but what a great finish. The Raiders hold on 51-49. Big thank you to the seniors who always gave 100% on the court game after game. Well, the last home game in this incredible girls basketball season would have been on senior night. But with Milton's game last week being postponed twice, the Raiders would play back-to-back home games, facing the struggling Wildcats on Friday. And if you wondered if these Raiders would be tired after just playing the night before, well, think again. The offense is on fire from the opening tip-off, and sparking it is senior Katie Williamson, as Williamson easily drains back-to-back threes in the opening minutes. And then Leo Sperling with a great move here drives to the hoop for 2 more. Milton calls a timeout, down 8-2 already. After Milton cuts it to a 12-6 deficit, Dorian Cohen drives in the lane, scoring 2, and with Wildcats not defending enough, Cohen takes the deep 2 here and swishes it home. Emma Ivy in transition makes a great bounce pass to Emily Cronin, who goes baseline inside, makes the basket, and a 20-6 lead would close out an exciting and fast-moving opening quarter. So with Wellesley already holding a double-digit lead here, to the second we see even more hustle. This time from the bench is Nicole Beckett with the theft in the paint, and then an outstanding effort by Brooke Guifrey as she gets the ball to go off a Milton player, and that move helps keep it Wellesley possession. When Wildcats finally break into the double digits for points, Jean-Marie Fallon's perimeter shot falls in to make it a 21-10 deficit. Brooke Guifrey from the corner adds to this Raiders lead. And Wellesley, owning it in transition, gets another fast break here as Emma Ivy to Dorian Cohen just makes it look easy. Brooke Guifrey drains it from downtown as she scores 5 quick points in this second quarter. A 32-12 Raiders, and that would remain a 20-point lead here at the half. So up by 20 and 2 quarters still to play, Milton's still struggling. This game, in all honesty, is pretty much over. And that's solidified even more so as Leo Sperling and Katie Williamson kick off this third by both draining it behind the 3-point arc, 38-12. And then just as they started this third, so Williamson and Sperling end it as Williamson gets the offensive rebound and puts in the uncontested putback. And after Leo Sperling misses this 3, the Raiders again get another offensive rebound, and Leo Sperling tries again, this time drains it. 45-16 Raiders after 3 are played here. In this game, it took Milton 3 quarters to score 16 points. And in this fourth, Wildcats would outscore Raiders 11-5, as Milton is able to create some offense with help from Kelly Shea and Jean-Marie Fallon. But if you're only outscoring your opponent in the final quarter, that really does nothing for Milton. And it would be great to see the 5 points that Wellesley does score, with the starters done for the night, would come from freshman Nicole Beckett. Just incredible as Wellesley's largest lead of the night would go as high as 32 points. Wellesley played their last home game of the regular season with a ton of energy and intensity, and easily go to 17-1. And these Raiders will also play 2 more games in the annual Riley Classic at Westwood before getting some well-deserved rest, and hopefully a packed gym of Raiders fans will see this team fight for a long tourney run. The final score here, Wellesley 50, Milton 27. Well, that's it for this episode, with only a couple more weeks left in this regular season. But stay with Wellesley Media as we keep you covered with all Raiders sports. If you missed any games or highlights, check us out on demand at wellesleymedia.org, our YouTube and Facebook pages at Wellesley Public Media, and right here on Comcast 9 and Verizon 39.